नमस्कार विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, आपलं स्वागत आहे परत एकदा मेकॅनिक्सच्या लेक्चर्स मध्ये. In previous lecture we have discussed about the problems. In that lecture we have discussed about our 6 number problem. This problem I have given you a home exercise or homework. So I hope all of you solve this problem. जर काही विद्यार्थ्यांना नसेल जमलं तर don't worry. Today we are going to discuss this problem once again. ज्यांनी केलेला आहे त्यांनी त्यांचे आन्सर्स चेक करायचे आणि ज्यांना नाही जमलं त्यांनी व्यवस्थित स्टेप बाय स्टेप प्रोसिजर फॉलो करायची आणि बघून घ्यायचं. सो लेट्स सी व्हाट इज आवर प्रॉब्लेम सेट टू अस. Example number 6. In a certain machine 100 Newton is lifted by an effort. So by an effort of 8 Newton. So what given data is, in a certain machine 100 Newton is lifted by an effort of 8 Newton at an efficiency of 62.5%. Find effort loss in friction and loss load in friction. So problem said to us, in a certain machine 100 Newton is lifted by an effort of 8 Newton. Means here not any word mentioned like load or weight, but what it said, 100 Newton is lifted by whom? By effort of 8 Newton. So here you have given an effort, so that is nothing but your P is equal to 8 Newton, right? So effort is given, and what this effort lift the load, how much? 100 Newton. So again W is also given here, that is nothing but the 100 Newton, right? At efficiency of, means efficiency is also given here, that is nothing but the 62.5%, right? After that, what problem ask us? Find effort lost in friction. We have to find out the lost effort in friction and lost weight in friction or lost load in friction. So we have to find out the PF is equal to how much and WF is equal to how much. So we have to find out the value of PF and the value of WF. Now you see here, we know what we know. We know the formula of efficiency. What is efficiency? That is nothing but the mechanical advantage divided by velocity ratio, right, into 100. But in this problem we don't know right now the value of mechanical MA, right? Then we don't know the value of VR, that is velocity ratio. We don't know the value of mechanical advantage. We don't know the value of VR. So we cannot, but we know the value of efficiency. So here two terms are unknown, right? So first we have to find out the mechanical advantage. So what is the mechanical advantage? So we know the advantage, that is nothing but, we know the mechanical advantage. What is the mechanical advantage? That is nothing but the what? Yes, W upon P, that is nothing but the load upon effort. So load is given to us, that is nothing but the 100 Newton, right? And effort is also given to us, that is nothing but the 8 Newton. So here the mechanical advantage is nothing but how much? It is the 12.5. You have to calculate this on your calci. Once we get the value of mechanical advantage, now we can use the formula of efficiency, that is nothing but the mechanical advantage upon velocity ratio multiplied by 100. When we need a efficiency in percentage, we have to multiply with 100. So here you can see the value of efficiency is nothing but, it is given in a percentage, like that is a 62.5% is equal to mechanical advantage is a 12.5. we just find it out here, you can see. After that, velocity ratio, that is unknown to us, so we have to find out the velocity ratio multiplied by 100. right? So just this velocity ratio here is in a denominator, right? So this is shift to the equal to left side to the equal to, then it will goes in a multiplication. So you can see here 62.5 multiplied by VR, that is velocity ratio, is equal to 12.5 into 100, right? So now do the calculation, or you can write down like this: VR is equal to 12.5 multiplied by 100, and now this numerator term goes to the denominator to shift the right hand side, that is nothing but the 62.5. Yes, then after that you have to do the calculation by using calc. You will get the value of VR is nothing but 20. Just do the calculation on your calc. So here we get the value of VR, that velocity ratio is nothing but how much? 20, right? So now we know the mechanical advantage, we know the velocity ratio. So first one, what we have to exactly find out, we have to find out the PF and WF. So PF is a friction loss in effort, and WF is nothing but the load lost in friction. So here first one is to find effort lost, to find effort lost in friction, that is nothing but your PF. So we know the formula for this, that is PF is equal to P minus PI, that is actual effort minus ideal effort. So here PF we have to find out. P, the value of P we know, but the value of PI we don't know. So we have to find out first the value of PI. So how we can find out it? So we know the formula for PI, that is the ideal effort. So PI is nothing but what? W upon velocity ratio, right? So W, we know the value of W, that is nothing but the 100 that is given to us, and velocity ratio, we just find out the velocity ratio, that is nothing but the 20. So you will get the value of PI, that is nothing but how much? 5. So your ideal effort is nothing but the 5 Newton. So now we can find out the value of PF, that is P minus PI. So value of P is how much? Value of P, it is 8 Newton. So here you can write that is the 8 Newton minus value of PI is a 5 Newton. Then effort lost in a friction is nothing but the 3 Newton. This is your answer. Okay, so PF is nothing but the 3 Newton. So this is your first answer. Then again, second, what we have to find out? Find out the WF, that is the friction lost in load. So for this, you can write down like this: to find load lost in friction, that is nothing but the WF, right? So how we can find out it? We know the formula of it, that is WF is equal to WI minus W. So value of WI is nothing but the ideal load. This is your ideal load, and this is the actual load, right? So actual load is given to us, that is nothing but the how much? 100 Newton, and WI we have to find out it, right? So what is the value of WI, or it is a given to us? So here you can see, this is our problem. What it said: load lost in a friction 62.5%. Okay. Now Wi is also we can calculate by using the formula. What formula we can use for it? So Wi is nothing but P into VR. So P is the what? P is nothing but your effort, actual effort, and VR is nothing but the velocity ratio. So value of P is 8 Newton and VR is a 20. So you can find out now the value of Wi is nothing but 160 Newton. Right. Once we get the value of ideal load, we can find out the friction lost in a load. Now just put the value of both in this equation. So here you can see Wf is equal to Wi minus W. So Wi is nothing but 160 minus 100. So you can see here the value of Wf is nothing but 60 Newton. So here we have solved our both cases. One is the load lost in a friction and effort lost in a friction. So value of Wf is a 60 Newton and value of Pf is nothing but the 3 Newton. So here our problem is complete. Okay, I hope you understand the concept of this problem. Now we are going to the next problem. We have to solve the next problem. So what our problem said to us, just see here, in a machine the effort required to lift a load is 150 Newton when efficiency is 65%. Find ideal effort. So here we, in the problem they ask us about the ideal effort. For what? Ideal effort. In machine the effort required to lift a certain load is 150 Newton. So here effort is given to us, that is 150 Newton, and load is given to us or not. So in the problem they are not mentioned about the any load. What it said, effort required to lift a certain load is, means what effort is required, that is given to us 150 Newton. Load is not given to us. Then again what is given to us, that is the efficiency is nothing but the 65%. And what they ask us about Pi, that is nothing but the ideal effort. So for this, now we know the one equation, that is nothing but the equation of efficiency is nothing but the Ma, that is mechanical advantage upon velocity ratio into how much? 100. So here we know the value of efficiency, but we don't know the value of Ma, that is mechanical advantage. We don't know the value of Vr, right? So what we have to do now, we have to find out the Ma first, that is mechanical advantage, and after that Vr. So we will get the equations. So see here why we have to find out use this equation, because we have to find out the ideal effort, and ideal effort formula is nothing but W upon Vr. So we must know the value of Vr for find out the ideal effort. That's why first we have to find out the value of Vr, that is nothing but our velocity ratio. Now see here, now we know the equation of mechanical advantage. So what is mechanical advantage? Mechanical advantage is nothing but W upon P, right? So here you can see the value of W is not given to us, but the value of P is given to us, that is nothing but the 150 Newton. So just give us an equation number, give this equation number 1. This is the equation number 1. Now let's see, the efficiency is nothing but the Ma divided by velocity ratio. into 100, right? So here efficiency is known to us, that is nothing but the 65%. 65 is equal to mechanical advantage. The value of mechanical advantage is W upon 150. So put this value here, W upon 150 divided by velocity ratio into 100, right? So just see here, this 150 which is in a denominator will go to the here, right? So you can write like this, 65 is equal to W upon 150 into VR, right, into 100. So you can write the equation like this. After that, this term you can convert towards the equal to part, right, here. Now let's see what will happen. 65 into 150 is equal to W upon velocity ratio into 100, right? After that, this 100 shift to here, left side of the equal to part. Here it is in a numerator, so it will, when shift to the equal left side of equal to part, it will goes to the denominator. So 65 into 150 divided by 100 is equal to W by VR, right? So here you have to calculate all this term which is in your left hand side, okay? So you will get the value of W upon VR. So W upon VR is nothing but how much? Just do the calculation on your calci. 5 2s are 10, 5 3s are 15, right? So okay, it is nothing but the 97.5. So this is the value of W upon VR. But in the problem they ask us about the what? Ideal load, sorry, ideal effort. So we know what formula we know about the ideal effort, that is nothing but the W upon VR. And what we have find out here, W upon VR. So your ideal effort is nothing but how much? Ideal effort is nothing but the 97. You can see here, ideal effort is nothing but W upon VR equal to 97.5 Newton. Okay, so PI is nothing but 97.5 Newton. So this is your ideal effort. This is your answer for this problem. So one more type problem is remaining here. Just see, we will solve that problem also. So our next problem. So you can see here, in a machine, an effort of 2 Newton lifted a load of 30 Newton, full stop. If effort loss due to friction at this load is 0.5 Newton, find the velocity ratio and efficiency of the machine. जे पण प्रॉब्लेम मी घेत आहे सगळे एक वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारचे आहेत. आपण ह्या लेक्चर्स मध्ये फक्त एक टाइपचा प्रॉब्लेम बघतोय. यू कॅन सॉल्व नंबर ऑफ प्रॉब्लेम बेस्ड ऑन दिस टाइप. जे पण व्हेरिएशन्स असतात प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये, जे एक्झाम मध्ये विचारतील तुम्हाला व्हेरिएशन्स मध्ये, ते सगळे व्हेरिएशन्स आपण एक प्रॉब्लेम प्रत्येक टाइप वरचा बघतोय. तुम्ही याची नंबर ऑफ प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व करून प्रॅक्टिस करू शकता. सो लेट्स सी व्हाट आवर प्रॉब्लेम सेड टू अस. In a machine, an effort of 2 Newton lifted a load of 30 Newton. Okay. Full stop. If the effort loss due to friction at this load is 0.5 Newton, find the velocity ratio and efficiency of the machine. So read the problem carefully. What it said, an effort of 2 kilonewton lifted a load, means here effort is given to us, that is nothing but our P. P is a 2 Newton. After that what it said, load of 30 Newton. 2 Newton effort will lift the load how much? 30 Newton. That is W is also given. If the effort loss due to friction at this load is 0.5 Newton, means we have given here what? Effort loss due to friction, means friction effort is given to us, that is nothing but the PF is equal to 0.5. And what they ask us, find the velocity ratio and efficiency of the machine. So velocity ratio is we have to find out, and also efficiency is also we have to find out. So efficiency आणि velocity ratio आपल्याला काय करायचं या प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये फाइंड आउट करायचं. So here you can see the term effort lost in friction, that is nothing but PF. So what we know, PF is equal to P minus PI. We know this term. The value of PF is given to P is given to us here. We know the value of P and value of PF. So we can easily find out the value of PI. So see here, put the value of PF, that is nothing but 0.5 is equal to value of P 2 Newton minus PI, right? So what you can do now, just shift 0.5 plus PI, first it shift to the left side of equal to is equal to 2. Now PI is nothing but 2 minus 0.5. So value of PI is how much? Good, 1.5 Newton. So here we have find out the value of PI, but they don't ask us about the PI. What they ask us about velocity ratio and efficiency. Now we know here, what we know? We know the formula of efficiency, that is nothing but mechanical advantage divided by velocity ratio into 100, right? But you can see here we don't know the value of MA. For find out the MA, we know the value of W upon P, right? So W is given to us and P is given to us, so we can find out the value of MA, but we cannot find out the value of VR, and efficiency is also not given to us. So here two terms are unknown, so we cannot use this formula directly, right? So what we can do now, we can use the formula of ideal effort, which is we have find out recently, that is nothing but PI. The value of PI we have find out here, that is nothing but 1.5 Newton. PI is nothing but what? W upon velocity ratio. Now you can see here W is known to us, PI we have find out it, velocity ratio we will get the value of velocity ratio here. So put the value of PI and W in this equation. So value of PI is nothing but 1.5 is equal to value of W is nothing but 30 divided by VR. So you can write this term like this, velocity ratio into 1.5 is equal to 30. Then again you can write this term like this, is equal to 30 divided by 1.5. This shift to the here. Now you will get the value of VR, that is nothing but how much? 20, right? So value of velocity, we know the velocity ratio Now we know the value of velocity ratio. We can find out the value of mechanical advantage. So we will get the efficiency. So right now you have to use this equation. Efficiency is nothing but the mechanical advantage divided by velocity ratio into 100. First we have to find out mechanical advantage is nothing but W upon P. The value of W is how much? Good, 30 Newton, and value of P is nothing but 2 Newton. So mechanical advantage is nothing but the 15. Now efficiency is equal to the value of mechanical advantage is 15. So put this value here. Then value of velocity ratio is, we have find out here, that is nothing but 20. So you can see right here the value of mechanical velocity ratio is 20 into 100, right? So 25 is 100. After that 15 5 is 75. So efficiency is nothing but the 75%. So here you can see your efficiency is nothing but the 75%. So in this problem, what we have find out? We have find out the ideal load. After that, velocity ratio and efficiency. Now you can see in all these three formulas what difference is there. So you can see here in the problem number 6, here they ask us about velocity lost, effort lost in friction and weight lost in friction. For find out these values, we have to use all these formulas like mechanical advantage, efficiency. After that, by using the efficiency formula, what we have done, we have find out the value of velocity ratio. Once we get the value of velocity ratio, then that value we have put in this equation, that is the ideal effort, and find out the ideal effort. And after that, by using the formula of effort lost in friction, we have find out the value of PF. Like this, again we have find out the WF by using the formula WI minus W, and find out the value of WF. For find out the value of WI, we have used the formula P into velocity ratio. After in this problem, what will happen? There is a slightly change in the problem. In this problem, they have given to us an effort and efficiency. They don't give the load, means you cannot find out directly mechanical advantage, right? They don't give us the ideal load, so we cannot find out here what directly PF. So what here we have to create one equation, and that equation we have to solve. Means here you can see Pi is nothing but W upon VR, but we don't know the value of VR. We don't know the value of W, so we cannot directly find out Pi. But for that, what we have done, we have taken mechanical advantage upon W upon P. So in this form, create one equation. After that, put that equation in the efficiency formula, and we get the value of W upon VR, that is nothing but the ideal load. And in recent problem, what they have asked us, they have asked about the velocity ratio and efficiency. So you can see in previous problem they have given efficiency, here they are not given us efficiency. So this slightly changes they can do in your problem. So you will be able to solve all the variations of this problem. So जसं आपण बघितलं की स्लाइटली काहीतरी व्हेरिएशन असते प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये, चेंजेस असतात. तुम्हाला फक्त तुमचं बेसिक फॉर्म्युलेज यूज करून थोडंसं डोकं लावून ते प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व करायचे आहेत, बरोबर. Here you can see we have discussed the different problems. You can take a number of problems from Kurmi book, or you can take it from माय सेल्फ, माझ्याकडूनही घेऊ शकता. असे नंबर ऑफ प्रॉब्लेम्स आहेत, ते तुम्हाला घरी प्रॅक्टिस करायची आहेत. ठीक आहे. प्रॅक्टिस केल्यानंतर तुम्हाला ज्या डिफिकल्टी येतील त्यामध्ये, आय शुअरली नो की तुम्हाला 100% सगळे प्रॉब्लेम जमणार नाहीयेत, काही ना काही डिफिकल्टीज येणार आहेत. ते आपण सॉल्व्ह करूयात. तुम्ही मला विचारा, यू कॅन कम टू द कॉलेज और सेंड युअर डिफिकल्टीज इन कमेंट बॉक्स. बरोबर, ते आपण रीड करून तुम्हाला त्याचे आन्सर्स देण्यात येतील. So just try to solve this at your home. After that, we have to discuss about the law of a machine. So what is the law of a machine? So in mechanics, we have to study about one derivation. So we get one formula for that formula from that derivation, and by after that we have to apply that formula for solving the number of problems or numericals. So आता फक्त मागे आपण बघितलं असेल, आपण पहिले काय फ्रिक्शन लॉस इन मशीनचं एक डेरिव्हेशन घेतलं, त्यावरती नंबर ऑफ प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व्ह केले. ठीक आहे. त्याच प्रकारे आता परत आपल्याला काय बघायचंय, लॉ ऑफ अ मशीन. म्हणजे जसं जसं एक नवीन पार्ट येतो तुमचा, तसे तसे तुमचे नंबर ऑफ प्रॉब्लेम्स काय होत जाणार आहे, ऍड होत जाणार आहे. तर यासाठी काय करा, प्रत्येक लेक्चर झाल्यानंतर एक नोटबुक बनवा. प्रत्येक जसंही प्रॉब्लेम होतो किंवा लेक्चर होतो, त्या लेक्चर मध्ये झालेले डेरिव्हेशन्सचे जे फॉर्म्युले असतील ते तुमच्या नोटबुक मध्ये लिहून ठेवा. रोज सकाळी उठल्यावरती आणि संध्याकाळी झोपायच्या अगोदर कंपल्सरी एकदा त्यावरती नजर मारायची आहे, म्हणजे जेणेकरून ते फॉर्म्युले तुम्हाला इझिली काय होतात, रिमेंबर होतात, पाठ राहतात. जर तुम्ही फॉर्म्युले बघितलेच नाही तर जरी तुमची एक्झाम एमसीक्यू झाली तरी देखील त्यामध्ये तुम्हाला नंबर ऑफ प्रॉब्लेम्स येणार आहेत, फक्त थेअरी कन्सेप्ट असणार नाही. Cause this is a mechanics subject, it is related to the numerical. Okay, so तुम्हाला नंबर ऑफ न्यूमेरिकल्स त्या एक्झाम मध्ये पण 50% न्यूमेरिकल्स राहतील, 50% थेरॉटिकल बेस राहील. कारण की पूर्ण सब्जेक्ट हा आपला कसा आहे, 50-50 आहे. 50% आपला थेरॉटिकल बेस आहे, जसे की आपण डेरिव्हेशन्स वगैरे यूज करतोय, कॉन्सेप्ट यूज करतोय, आणि 50% काय आपला न्यूमेरिकल्स आहे. न्यूमेरिकल्स वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारे विचारू शकतात. सो यू आर एबल to solve that numerical with less time. त्याच्यासाठी काय तुम्हाला फॉर्म्युले पाठ असणं अत्यावश्यक आहे. त्यासाठी फॉर्म्युले कसे पाठ करायचे, तर जसेही लेक्चर होते आपलं, त्या लेक्चर नुसार फॉर्म्युले हे तुमच्या नोटबुक मध्ये लिहून काढा. सेपरेट एक मेकॅनिक्सचं नोटबुक बनवा. ठीक आहे. लेक्चर झालं, फॉर्म्युले लिहून काढायचे, रोज सकाळी उठल्यानंतर आणि रात्री झोपायच्या अगोदर रीड करायचं. ठीक आहे. रीड केलं तर तुम्हाला त्यामध्ये कुठली डिफिकल्टी येणार नाही. सो लेट्स सी व्हॉट इज द लॉ ऑफ अ मशीन. सो दिस कन्सेप्ट विल सी इन अ नेक्स्ट लेक्चर. ओके. सो पुढच्या लेक्चरला आपण बघूया लॉ ऑफ मशीन काय आहे आणि त्याचे डेरिव्हेशन्स बघूया आणि त्यावरती बेस असलेले प्रॉब्लेम्स आपण सॉल्व्ह करूया. धन्यवाद मित्रांनो.